Hello again everyone, and welcome back to Learn Linux TV. It's time for another distro review, and I absolutely love doing distro reviews. It's just so much fun. And this time around, my journey has brought me to EndeavourOS, which is a distribution that I have checked out before, but it's been quite some time. In fact, the last time that I looked at EndeavourOS was before I became a full-time content creator, so it's long overdue that I take another look. If you're not familiar with EndeavourOS, it's a Linux distribution that's based on Arch Linux. Arch itself is a rolling release distro, which means there's no major version upgrades. You simply keep your system updated and you'll always be running the latest software. And while that's appealing, Arch can be challenging for newcomers to install and set up. And that's actually one of the reasons why I created a full tutorial that teaches you how to install Arch Linux, and it ended up becoming one of the most watched videos on this channel. But because of the fact that Arch is generally hard to install for newcomers, several Arch-based distributions were created over the years to make the experience more approachable, and EndeavourOS is one of those distros. And EndeavourOS traces its roots back to EndeavourOS, one of the earlier Arch derivatives. When EndeavourOS was shut down back in 2019, EndeavourOS emerged. But it wasn't just a rebrand, it took its own path, with a strong focus on simplicity and accessibility. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my impressions of EndeavourOS here in 2026. I'll be letting you know what I like about this distribution, who it's for, and my overall opinion on this distro. It's going to be a lot of fun, so join me as we check out EndeavourOS. First, to get started, we're going to talk a bit more about what EndeavourOS actually is, who it's for, and what sets it apart from the alternatives. As I mentioned in the intro, EndeavourOS is a Linux distribution that's based on Arch Linux, so that's a good place to start. And there's a handful of distributions built on Arch nowadays, and each one makes their own design choices and targets a specific audience. For example, Manjaro is an Arch-based distro that focuses heavily on ease of use and includes numerous customizations, so many in fact that it's developed its own distinct identity, similar to how Ubuntu differs from Debian. CachyOS, which I reviewed earlier, is also Arch-based, but its primary focus is on performance, which makes it a great option for those of you that want to squeeze every last bit of power out of their hardware. There are several others that are based on Arch as well, but you get the idea. When it comes to EndeavourOS, it takes a different approach. It's an Arch-based distro that deliberately avoids calling too much attention to itself. Its biggest advantage is how easy it makes installing Arch. The installation process removes much of the friction that Arch Linux itself is known for, while still staying true to its roots. The installer offers a selection of pre-configured desktop environments along with a few optional tweaks, allowing you to get up and running quickly without being overwhelmed. What's interesting though is that EndeavourOS really shows its personality after the installation is complete. And specifically, its personality is that of an introvert. It actively avoids drama. And by that I mean that it doesn't force its opinions on you and makes very few assumptions about how your system should be configured. While you do end up with a fully functional system when you install it, EndeavourOS ships with fewer default settings and fewer pre-installed applications than many other distributions. And whenever possible, it also stays very close to Arch Linux itself. In fact, EndeavourOS uses the official Arch Linux repositories, and because of this, it's best described as a distro that gives you a fast and straightforward way to install Arch Linux, resulting in a usable system with sensible defaults, while still leaving you firmly in control. When it comes to its intended audience, EndeavourOS is best suited for intermediate users. Now, beginners can absolutely use it as well, but mainly those who are genuinely interested in learning how Linux works. This distro won't hold your hand or anything like that, but it also doesn't mean that it's difficult to use either. Instead, EndeavourOS doesn't hide any of the inner workings of the system from you, and you can think of it as a distro for users who want to learn, who don't mind being a bit more hands-on, and are comfortable taking responsibility for maintaining their own installation. And speaking of installation, this is actually one of the more noteworthy features when it comes to EndeavourOS. The installer is easy to navigate, it looks modern, and it's professional. Now, if you've installed a Linux distribution before, the overall workflow will feel very familiar. You'll start by downloading an ISO image from the EndeavourOS website, and you'll use it to create bootable installation media. Once you boot from that media, EndeavourOS launches in live mode, and that allows you to test the system before you commit to an actual installation, something most distributions support nowadays. When you do launch the installer, you'll be given the option to use the offline installer or to download the latest components during installation. From there, it's just a matter of answering a handful of straightforward questions, and then installation begins. One of the highlights of the installer is the ability to choose from several desktop environments during setup, with each one providing a fully functional graphical experience. You simply pick the desktop that you want, and the installer handles the rest. And once the installer finishes, you simply reboot your system, and you're ready to go. That's really all there is to it. My only real complaint has to do with high-resolution displays. On a 4K display, for example, the default scaling is so poor that much of the installer is difficult to read. While it's easy enough to fix by adjusting the scaling manually, having the installer be nearly unreadable by default feels like an unnecessary and somewhat embarrassing flaw, especially given how well everything else is designed. But that's just a minor complaint. The installer does work great and it gets the job done. We'll get back to the video in just a moment, but I wanted to let you know that I absolutely hate ads. They interrupt virtually everything that we do, and it's frustrating. Yes, I know this is an ad, but this is an ad to help you get rid of ads, literally. If you'd like to send ads to /dev/null and help Learn Linux TV grow, then consider becoming a channel member. You could do that by clicking the join button below, and ad-free content is just one of the perks. In addition to that, you'll also get early access to select videos, which means you can see the latest Linux learning content before anyone else. And best of all, your support really matters. It has a huge impact on this channel and helps keep Learn Linux TV in business. And, as I'm sure you know, learning Linux can be quite difficult. There's distributions, kernels, desktop environments, penguins, all kinds of things to keep track of. If you want to help Learn Linux TV on its mission to demystify the world of Linux, and continue to create simple and easy to follow guides to help you make sense of things, then definitely become a member. So hit that join button. I would really appreciate it. Now, let's get back to the video. Continuing, I'll talk about my overall impressions when it comes to EndeavourOS. The first thing that I'll say is that this is a fantastic distribution, but it's not for everyone. While distros like Ubuntu and Fedora aim to appeal to the broadest possible audience, EndeavourOS is much more focused. And that goes beyond simply targeting intermediate users. Its philosophy of staying out of your way and letting you configure things yourself is both its greatest strength and, at times, a potential drawback. On the positive side, many people, including myself, actually prefer this approach. If you're particular when it comes to how your system is set up, you've probably spent some time undoing or working around decisions that are made by your distro. In that case, there's real value in a distribution that leaves most of the decision-making up to you. Aside from default wallpapers and desktop themes, EndeavourOS delivers a very vanilla Arch Linux experience. On the flip side, some of the tweaks and customizations that other distributions include can be genuinely useful, and you may miss out on some of those if you choose EndeavourOS. For example, CachyOS focuses heavily on performance and ships with a variety of built-in optimizations that are designed to help you get the most out of your hardware. You won't find many of those kinds of tweaks enabled by default in EndeavourOS, but that said, nothing prevents you from implementing those tweaks yourself. CachyOS, for instance, enables ZRAM out of the box to help improve memory usage, but you can absolutely configure ZRAM on EndeavourOS as well by following the documentation. But if we judge EndeavourOS for what it actually is, it is an excellent Linux distribution. The project is very clear about the problem that they're trying to solve and the audience that this distro is designed for, and it delivers exactly what it promises. EndeavourOS gives you a quick and straightforward way to install an Arch-based system with an easy-to-use installer and fast access to your preferred desktop environment. The resulting installation keeps customizations to a minimum, but it still includes the essentials that matter. Out of the box, the desktop looks professional, core functionality works as expected, and you get a small set of pre-installed applications for basic tasks like a web browser and a text editor. From there, it's just a matter of installing your favorite applications and adjusting a few settings. And if you maintain it well, you'll end up with a rolling release system that can serve you indefinitely. In terms of performance, EndeavourOS feels fast and responsive, but it's not trying to win any benchmarks. Distributions like CachyOS, which explicitly prioritize performance, will naturally have an edge. And other distros will include their own performance tweaks as well. So while EndeavourOS isn't going to outperform the competition in any dramatic way, it's more than fast enough for everyday use, and it kept up with me just fine. Overall, I do recommend EndeavourOS, but with an asterisk. If you happen to fall within its target audience, you'll likely love it. But if not, you might be better served by a different distribution. But at the end of the day, EndeavourOS does an excellent job serving the users that it's designed for, and its focus on simplicity can be genuinely refreshing. And there you go. In this video, we checked out EndeavourOS, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then be sure to click that like button to let YouTube know. Also, make sure that you're subscribed to Learn Linux TV for the latest in Linux. There's many more distribution reviews to come. Either way, thank you so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one.